right, good morning. Having completed our study in the book of Deuteronomy, having completed our study in the Gospel of Mark, I'd like to direct your attention back to the Old Testament book of Deuteronomy. You see that we're going to be in Deuteronomy chapter 32 this morning. But before you go to Deuteronomy 32, you can open up to Deuteronomy chapter 6. Now, the book of Deuteronomy is one of those that you probably haven't heard preached a lot in the pulpit of the church that you grew up in or that you've been in. And I know that I haven't spent a whole lot of time in Deuteronomy in this pulpit here over the years. But actually, I would like to someday preach a series on the book of Deuteronomy. But today, we're just going to get a one-shot look into one of the most important chapters in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy chapter 32, which is known as the Song of Moses. But as you know, Moses being a prophet, Moses having received not his own word, but the word of the Lord, sometimes these names can be a little misleading. And actually, that might be a better title to call this the Song of Yahweh, the God of Israel, his covenant name that he gave when he revealed himself to Moses and to the people of Israel through the prophet. It's really God's song that he has here in Deuteronomy chapter 32. But before we get there, I'd like to direct your attention at the beginning of our message to Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 4 through 6. Now, the book of Deuteronomy is a very preachable book in the Old Testament because, many reasons. One reason, it is the most quoted book in the Old Testament in the New Testament. So when you're reading the words of Jesus Christ and you're reading the teaching of the apostles, they go back over and over again